What is going on, everybody? It is Fitz and the Lexus and the Skyline back here with another video. I know, where the hell have I been? If you guys have not watched the last update video, it gives you just an idea of what I've been, where I've been, what I've been doing, all sorts of stuff like that. I have like 28 days-ish until Slammed Enough Myrtle, when I'm going to be taking the Skyline down to Myrtle Beach. It's about a 3-hour drive. I saw this picture on Instagram the other day, and it was a picture of my car and the front fitment, and it was just not good. It was just not good. So I've had the bright idea of let's put this thing on washers. Why not? I'm sure you guys are already typing, Fitz, don't do that, the ride quality's bad. It's okay. Alright, it's not your car, you don't have to worry about it. This is as far as I've gotten for like literally jacking up the front. I'm happy with my rear fitment. I do have a lot of room to go lower in the rear. The front I maxed out and still have like too much wheel gap, especially on 17s. So gotta do a couple things. Obviously gotta pick up some washers. I gotta roll the front fenders. I have to make sure all these stuff is gonna clear, make sure my uppers are gonna clear. Worst case, hear me out, put springs back in. Okay, good, got it. Second option here is to just like wait until, I don't know, around Christmas time, basically when I have more money, save up, sell these coils, get a nice set of coils, and then we'll be riding low comfortably. But I want to be stupid, absolutely on the ground, like dragging nuts, Skyline, crazy, way too low. So we're going to start that journey today. Step one, jacking up this thing and taking the wheels off. And then it should be like 2 bolts and 1 bolt, and the coilovers come out. Disassemble it and go from there. So hope you don't hate me, don't really care, not your car. So as you guys can see, I'm maxed on the coils. That's not going to get me anything. As far as my coilover goes, 1 bolt on the back, 2 on the top, and this thing will come out. And then we'll go from there. Alright, listen, I swear I don't do this on purpose. Okay? For what it's worth, the big nut that was on the bottom was like kind of loose. The top 2 are fine. So I took that out. I just messaged the fender guy to see if he wants to roll these, because I don't want to destroy these, and he actually knows what he's doing. As far as this goes, you're gonna take the dampening knob off, and then like impact the top of that off, and keep everything together. Take out the spring and stack some washers in there. Put it back in, and I'm not gonna stack them too high because I can control the height with the bottom part of the coilover. This will be compressed at a, I don't know, let's just say like that is where it'll be compressed, and then I can adjust the height accordingly with the bottom part. So that's the plan. Let's fug it. Let's see what we can get ourselves into. Alright, so that was actually super easy. Kind of just stepped on the bottom part of the coilover, used my impact and just, you know, impacted off the top right here. And this is the order everything came apart, and we can go from there. I mean, like I said, I can literally put this back together in like a couple hours if I have to, if I need to, whatever. I just messaged Matt, fender guy. I don't know if he's hit me back yet. Let's see. He has not yet. So just his like intro, hey, this is fender rollers, what can I do for you? I do need to get washers. I'm saving that to go in a little while, so I'll probably just start taking out the other side, take it apart, and I can show you guys that as well. Step 1, we got to take off the wheel. Next, we're going to take off the bottom coilover bolt, which is, I believe, a 19 or like a 3/4 inch socket. Oh, just ratchet this thing off. Broke it loose. We're going to take this nut off. Now we're going up top and take a 14 mil and break these loose. Let's see, righty tighty, left. Yeah, no, I got that right. We're gonna break these. Break that loose. Okay, solid. Break the other one loose with the same 14. Oh my lord, that is loose enough. Loose enough. Get your fancy impact tool. I was watching this video of this, I don't know, of some kid doing something. He's like, well, if you're like me, you have air. I'm like, no, dude. Not many people are like you. We don't have air. But anyways, take these. Okay. 1 and... That sounds cross-threaded. Was not cross-threaded, was just falling out. Okay. Step 3, pull the coil out. That literally took all of like 2 minutes. Love me a Nissan, boys. Love me a Nissan. 4 or 5, I don't really remember. We're going to take out this little dampening knob, take our 19 mil, so before you step on the coil, and we're going to ratchet it off. Alright, and then you want to do the same thing as the other side. When you're taking this off, if you're taking this off, I'm going to make sure it comes off the same way. We're going to stack it like this, keep it all nice and organized. Bam. Bam. Hold on. Yeah, there's a little retaining ring. But anyways, I'm ready to go pick up some washers. I'll do that in a little bit. Alright, so as you guys can see, we went to our local Town and Country hardware store. I got a box of 100 washers for like 18 bucks. If you're still watching, just I'm sorry, but I don't really care. So I already installed the other side because I wanted to know what I'm doing before I actually show you guys. So you guys saw me take the side out. This is just hanging. It was pretty well tucked, and we'll get a better idea of when we put it on the ground. But I stacked 20 washers on the inside of that coil, and then we're gonna do the same for this side. So what we're not gonna need: spring. Not gonna need the dust boot. I'm gonna count out 20 washers, and when we're putting them in, we're gonna do them all flat side down, if you guys can tell. So all of that side will be on. I'm gonna go ahead and count out 20 washers, and we will, I don't know, I'll show you guys in just a second, before and after. So this is another piece that we're not gonna need because that was for the top of the spring. We're gonna take this old washer, put that back, take the top hat. It's hard to do with one hand, but we're gonna put the we're gonna put the top hat back, and you put the other and you put the other washer on it, and then you put the nut on it. And now I impact it, and then I like turn it till it goes click one time. Bam. We'll do 1.5. Now that is ready to go in. I don't really want to show you guys this process. Put the bottom bolt on, connect top two, put the wheel on, put it on the ground. Let's do it. Alright, so this is where we're at for tonight. This is on 20 washers. It definitely is lower. Definitely is bouncier. I'm going to come back down here in a little while after I eat and take this all apart and do 15. 10 maybe. We'll see how I'm feeling. Because no matter how many washers I have, if it's 2, I'll still have adjustment in the coilover itself. So it really didn't ride as bad as I was expecting. The rear is still on just coils for right now, which I can adjust down and do all that. So I will probably need an alignment before Myrtle, which is fine. I'll just be sure to get that. I'm gonna go inside and eat some dinner. We'll come back to this in a little bit. Alright, so just like that, we pulled the coilover out. I still need to do the other side. I took 5 washers off. There are 15 on this side. I said before, we can adjust it by the actual collars if we need to. But 15 should be pretty good. We're gonna toss it back in. I'll jack it up and like test fit it in the air like this, and then if it looks right, we'll do the other side. So I'll see y'all in just a second. I don't know what I last filmed because I just got excited. That came out really nicely. That's all the way down, and then we're about to take off this top hat right here. Take off 5 washers, put the top hat back on, and put the 3 bolts that hold on the coilover on. And then we're gonna be good. And then we'll be on to lowering the rear at that point. You guys have seen my weird ass like tire wear. I'll show you guys again if you don't remember. Like that, and it is not like that in the rear, even with matching camber. And what I found is there's this little pinch weld thing behind this. Yeah, if you guys, yeah, that thing. That's very sharp, and it's cut through here from rubbing something. And I'm assuming it's not just from driving straight. It's got to be from full lock one way or the other, or I guess full lock to the left. So I'm definitely gonna keep an eye out on that. But anyways, put the washers in, or I guess take some washers out and toss the coilover back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so at this point, both coils are back in with 15 on each side, 15 washers on each side. I thought I would show you guys lowering it down. I don't know if I'm gonna get into the back of the car tonight, whether that's just lowering it or putting washers in. I don't know yet. We'll just have to see. But I'm gonna lower it right now so you guys can see it at its new height. Oh my lord. Will I be able to turn? Well, we're gonna find out. I need to lower the back now, actually. I'm gonna back it out of the garage and just make sure I can get off these wood blocks and everything, and you'll see it outside. Here it is. I think last you guys saw was in the garage. That is where it has settled up front for me driving, which is fire. So now I can officially lower the back. This came out really well. It is definitely raked now, which is good because I can lower the back, which is gonna be awesome. So last you guys saw, I was in the street. I was like, oh, I'm just not gonna mess with the back tonight. I messed with the back tonight. So this is just in the air, and I'm about to show you guys what it looks like. All right, keep in mind this is not settled. What the hell? Hold on. How I just lowered the coil and it got higher. I don't know what I did. I'm messing with the back tonight. I maxed this side without the washers. I'm gonna max the other side without washers, put it on the ground, see where we're at, and then I'm actually calling it a night. All right, guys. So here it is. Here it is on the ground right now. Almost tucking rear, almost tucking front. I definitely do need to get just baby spacers for the rear, and I need to get like, I might put 15s up front, 15 mil spacers. But again, this is where we're sitting, not settled, just in the garage, just maxed coils in the rear. Like I was saying, this is the current rear ride height without it settling. Gas. Here's the front ride height without it settling. Gas, which I can also make lower. So my plans, and this is, I'll wrap up the video for real this time. My plans are, when I take my wheels in to get tires, what I'm gonna do is get my front fenders rolled, for one, get the tires mounted, for two, oil change, fix the seams that you guys saw that possibly are messing up my tires, spacers, and then this will just come together hopefully right in time for Myrtle. I do have to order a couple things, the spacers, the tires, and make an appointment for my alignment. But overall, boys, I'm excited. I'll show you one last time under the car, because this thing, sorry this is sideways, but this thing's dumped, man. This thing is absolutely dumped for me. Where it was this morning compared to now, so much lower. Alright, y'all, enough rambling. This has been Fitz Miller and the Skyline and the Lexus back with another video. Really hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.